If you have a question for Dr. Donna, please do leave it on my page and I will be happy to answer the question for you. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Talking with Dr. Donna. I'm your host, Dr. Donna White-Carey, and you have an appointment with your doctor every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Today, we're doing a new segment. I'm starting a segment called Let Your Light Shine. And this segment is to highlight people in the community and organizations in the community that are on board of creating generational health. So, today, our very first segment is with Victoria Belaford. So, tell us a little bit about Made from Scratch.
Well, I've been in the business for over 25 years. I retired from AT&T in 2012, and ever since then, I've been doing the catering 100%. And early, right when the pandemic hit, I got this great opportunity to come inside of this location to open up a cafe, which has been truly a blessing.
All right, so we are actually in Miss Victoria's cafe that's inside of a private business, so you cannot come to the cafe, but you can hire Made from Scratch Catering to do a catering job. Tell us about your catering business.
Well, I cater all different types of food. No order is too big or too small. And I actually have a full catering service. Well, I have a decor team as well as a great, wonderful wait staff. And of course, lots and lots of delicious food made from scratch.
All right, so show us around your cafe.
Okay, so due to the pandemic, we actually have the cafe where we don't allow the customers in due to the corona, and we do the services at the window. That was one of the requirements. And since the pandemic, we have been following that particular protocol.
All right, and I know you guys are looking at us. We are both vaccinated. I just got my booster shot last week, so we are in compliance. We're all good. If you're not vaccinated, you can't be like me and Miss Victoria. You have to wear a mask. But not for us, so go ahead.
Okay, and so I have a wonderful staff. I actually have 2 different shifts, and we're open from 6:30 to 2 p.m. daily, and then we close for a few hours, and we open back up from 6 to 9:30 for the evening shift. And so I have a wonderful chef, Miss Kimberly.
Hey, Miss Kim.
And I have a cashier on board, Miss Brianna. She's around here somewhere. And of course, I do some of everything while I'm here.
What kind of food do you serve in your cafe?
We serve everything from traditional breakfast to the traditional lunch. However, every day I do a fresh meal. And the people around here are just getting spoiled. But we do desserts made from scratch. I have one of my lady culinary students that helps out with the baking, Miss Brianna.
Hi, Brianna. Show Brianna. Hi, Brianna.
Yeah, we do wonderful baking desserts from scratch. The peach cobbler is like the number one seller. Okay. So, but pretty much we do everything here fresh.
So today, Miss Victoria, because our food of the month, you guys, is kale. So today we are here because Miss Victoria is going to do a fresh kale smoothie. So hang tight and we're going to be right back so that you can see how to make this kale smoothie. All right, we got our gloves on because we know we sanitize, I know. All right, so talk about first what your ingredients are in the smoothie.
Today we're going to use frozen strawberries, frozen pineapple, fresh banana, and I always keep my kale frozen and I keep spinach fresh. And we have two different ways. We can do it with the people that are really watching their calories. We use coconut water. And the people that are not, we do apple juice. So today we're going to do apple juice.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start off by putting in some frozen strawberries.
All right, and so a lot of times we talk about frozen foods versus fresh foods, which one is better. So you want to have fresh fruit or frozen fruit, right? Because frozen fruit is simply fresh fruit that is frozen. Still gives all of the nutrients are locked in when you freeze your food. So we got pineapple chunks going in, strawberries going in. Ooh, yummy. We got a banana getting ready to go in.
And we keep all of our bananas refrigerated.
All bananas are refrigerated and frozen. This is a good way to make a smoothie because you don't have to use a lot of ice. Is that why you do the frozen?
No
Yes,
ice.
no ice.
Just want to put a handful of spinach.
Spinach.
And then you just want to put a handful of kale.
Kale. That's our food of the month. Kale. That's our wonderful ingredient. Yay.
Handful of kale.
All right.
And then probably about a half a cup of juice.
Half a cup of apple juice, or like she said, you can use coconut water if you still want a little bit of sweetness. Okay. All right, here we go. Gonna blend and shake it up. Okay. That's good. It's good.
Blend until you see all of the green particles. Still seeping.
So you know kale is really kind of bitter, right, and thick. So it may take a little bit longer to blend because you want to blend until all of that green is all blended in. So while it's blending, let's talk a little bit about what you like to cook. Like, what are your favorite vegetables to cook?
And my favorite vegetables that I like to do are Brussels sprouts, asparagus, and zucchini.
Okay. What do you make with those? Anything in particular?
I just do a lot of stir fry, and I also do a lot of grilling. I have this wonderful convection oven that, you know, you put it in there and it only takes 5 to 7 minutes to cook. So that way you're not taking out all the nutrients.
I will take it all, but we share on talking with Dr. Donna.
I have to bring it strong.
Oh, that's okay.
That's okay. But you see that? It's all blended. And this is enough for your vegetable serving per day. You should have this at least once a day. We have a lot of customers that are coming in and getting this in the morning, and it gives them their vegetable servings.
Oh, that's great. All right, here we go.
Isn't that wonderful?
It's good. And a lot of times, the reason why we don't like kale is because it's bitter. It has like a bitter taste to it. But using the fresh fruit, it takes out the complete bitter taste. It's very sweet.
Yeah, but it's also wonderful when you cook kales and collards and cabbage together. That's a wonderful blend that blends all together. It's really healthy for you.
Okay. Kale, collard, and cabbage. Okay. All right. So tell us a little bit about while I drink my smoothie. Sorry, y'all. Can't have any of this. You can make it at home, but not right now. So tell us a little bit about your idea about healthy cooking.
Well, what I've done is I've made a few changes in my cooking practices. I don't cook with vegetable oil. I cook most of my dishes with olive oil. And I don't cook anything with pork. So now, most of my beans and greens, I use a chicken base to get the flavor. And you cannot tell that the pork is missing. Okay? So I just changed a couple of those practices.
Okay. Now a lot of us are busy and it's hard for us to cook like big meals like we may have grown up with. What do you suggest, like some tips for busy people out there who still want to eat healthy but don't have a whole lot of time?
You just got to get in there and get these particular meals. I cook a lot of ground turkey and I cook a lot of fish and seafood, and those are really good items that you can cook, and they don't take all day to cook. They blend very well with vegetables, and the other thing is that I've cut back on using carbs. So instead of doing a carb, a veggie, and a meat, I do 2 veggies and a meat.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And then, like, what do you, other tips for food preparation? Like, is there tips we can do during the week to kind of help food prep?
Well, you can kind of get all of your stuff chopped up and washed up and put in individual baggies. And believe it or not, the microwave is really, especially for Brussels sprouts, you only need 5 minutes in the microwave for a Brussels sprout to cook.
Oh, wow.
And it's perfectly done. Okay?
Okay.
So those little steamer bags that you see at the store, you should grab them.
Okay.
Those are quick fixes for you to cook and have a fresh veggie to eat with your meal.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So tell us a little bit about your catering and how you decide your menus for your catering guide.
Well, what I do, my name is made from scratch, so I kind of let you choose what you want on your menu. And then that's how I blend it together. But if I think that it's crazy and wild and whack, I'll let you know that this is not going to work. It's too much.
Right.
Okay? You're going overboard. Because you have to realize our stomachs are really about this small. We got to quit eating like this.
Yeah.
So serving size should be this small.
Right.
Okay, and on your plate, you should have 3 small portions like this.
Right.
So that's the other thing that you need to keep in mind. Instead of eating on a big plate, go to a salsa and eat.
Yeah.
And that will actually help you with your portion control.
Yeah. And don't get mad when you're at a buffet and they only give you 1 spoonful.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you go into those high-end restaurants, they're only giving you a serving size and they charging you an arm and a leg.
That's right.
But that's the way our food portions are supposed to be.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So, hey, this is our very first segment of Let Your Light Shine on Talking with Dr. Donna. Got a kale smoothie blended with kale and spinach and strawberries, pineapple, and banana, right? With apple juice, or you could do coconut water. So we got our food of the month here with our smoothie and our segment of Letting Your Light Shine with Victoria Relaford, the owner and chef of Made From Scratch Catering, who is now a part of our Generational Health Network. Victoria, how do you let your light shine?
By making healthy food pleasing to your palate.
Woo, I like that. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Talking with Dr. Donna. Remember, you have an appointment every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we'll see you next week. Remember, eat your kale. If you have a question for Dr. Donna, please do leave it on my page and I will be happy to answer the question for you.